4153, opening at
$2,200,000.
$2,300,000. Now $2,000,000.
Breaking news. South African penny sells for over $1 million. Rare ZAR coin breaks world record. Mint error discovered in shoebox sells for massive price. Yes, this news is true. Watch full video to your coins in millions. Stop whatever you're doing. Look at your hands. Imagine holding a coin so old, so rare, so shockingly valuable that it has sold for over $1 million. Not in gold, not in silver, but in a tiny copper 3-penny piece, minted between 1892 and 1898 in South Africa. Yes, a coin smaller than your thumbnail, forgotten by history, ignored by generations, tossed into drawers and buried under dust, now worth more than entire houses. And what's even more unbelievable? Some of these coins are still sitting in old family tins, hidden in inherited collections, trapped inside antique boxes that no one has opened for decades. Someone watching this video right now might be holding a coin that could rewrite their financial destiny, and they don't even know it. The story of the South African 3 pennies begins with the Zuid-Afrikaanse Republiek, ZAR, the era before modern South Africa was formed. These coins were struck during a time of war, political tension, and national transformation. Each 3-penny piece from 1892 to 1898 carries the fingerprints of history: Paul Kruger's leadership, the rise of the Boer republics, the gold rush, and the birth of a nation. But what makes these coins even more explosive in value today is not just their age, it is their extreme rarity. In the late 1800s, minting technology was crude compared to today. Machines jammed, dies cracked, metal purity varied with each batch. Many coins came out with errors, inconsistencies, and unusual features, mistakes that collectors now hunt like treasure. When these coins were circulating, they were used every day, handled by farmers, miners, soldiers, traders, and families. That means most of them became worn, scratched, bent, or destroyed. Very few survived in high-grade condition, and from those survivors, only a handful contain the characteristics that turn a simple 3-penny coin into a $1 million miracle. Take the 1892 ZAR 3-penny, for example, one of the earliest struck. Some of these coins were minted with experimental dies, meaning they look slightly different from the final approved design. A tiny curve in the lettering, a different shape of Paul Kruger's facial features, a minute variation in the rim. To the untrained eye, the coin looks normal, but to a collector, it is a gold mine. One such experimental strike, discovered in a forgotten family jar, sold for a price so shocking that even professional auctioneers were stunned. The final sale? Just over $1 million. A coin people once bought bread with is now valuable enough to buy an entire property. The 1893 version had its own mysteries. That year, political pressure and minting miscalculations resulted in inconsistent metal quality. Some coins were struck too lightly, creating ghost images where Kruger's face appears faint or partially missing. Others had overstrikes, where the coin received 2 impressions instead of 1, producing doubled lettering, something extremely rare for that era. When one of these overstrikes surfaced at an international auction, collectors erupted in a bidding war. In less than 2 minutes, the price climbed from a few thousand to hundreds of thousands, finally settling at a value higher than luxury cars combined. Then came 1894, known to collectors as the year of the disappearing mint marks. The mint accidentally produced a small batch of 3-penny coins without the expected mint mark. It was a tiny detail, but a massive mistake. Those coins were never meant to reach circulation, but somehow a few slipped out. One of these missing mint mark coins was recently found inside a rusted biscuit tin in Bloemfontein. The owner had no idea what he had. When experts saw it, they instantly recognized the rarity. The coin later sold for an unbelievable amount, further proving that these little bronze pieces carry enormous hidden value. The 1895 and 1896 issues became famous for another reason: the mines. During these years, thousands of coins circulated heavily among miners on the Witwatersrand. Rough hands, rough environments, and brutal working conditions meant that most coins were destroyed. That makes high-grade examples from these years incredibly rare. If a collector finds an 1895 or 1896 threepenny that still has sharp details, Kruger's beard clear, the coat of arms bold, the lettering crisp, they are willing to pay unimaginable amounts. A coin found in an old mining shack in Gauteng shocked experts when it graded exceptionally high. It sold for thousands, and experts believe a perfect grade version would break past $1 million today. The 1897 threepenny is one of the scarcest. Historical records show that minting delays and metal shortages that year resulted in extremely limited production. Many coins never made it to circulation. That means even a slightly worn 1897 coin can be valuable. But the real jackpot is an uncirculated specimen. One such example, found in Europe in a private collection, was auctioned last year and fetched a staggering price, so high that it made international news. And finally, 1898. The final year before the Anglo-Boer War disrupted everything. This year's coins were minted in chaos, rushed strikes, poor supervision, and inconsistent metal content. Errors from 1898 are legendary. Off-center strikes, rotated dies, heavy cracks in the metal, missing details, and even coins struck on leftover planchets from other denominations. One rare error from 1898, an off-center strike with nearly half the design missing, surfaced in 2023. The coin caused an explosion of interest because it is believed fewer than 10 exist. Its auction price? Close to $1 million, with experts predicting it may cross that barrier soon. What makes these coins so valuable isn't just rarity, it's survival. These coins lived through war, poverty, political tensions, and migration. Many were smuggled, lost, buried, melted, or destroyed. The few that survived became relics of a forgotten era, and the fewer that remain in pristine condition are considered national treasures. Collectors, museums, historians, and wealthy investors are hunting them relentlessly. Every year, prices skyrocket. Every year, someone discovers a coin that changes their life. And every year, someone throws away a fortune without realizing it. Here's the shocking truth. People unknowingly own these coins. Families inherit them. Old farms have them. Antique boxes contain them. Market stalls sometimes display them without knowing their worth. A person watching this right now could have one sitting inside a drawer, wrapped in a cloth, or hidden inside a family Bible. There are stories of people finding priceless coins in places no one expects. A man in Pretoria discovered an 1892 coin glued inside an old photo frame. A woman in Durban opened an inherited jewelry box and found 2 threepenny coins mixed with costume jewelry, one of them worth tens of thousands. A farmer cleaning his storage shed found a jar filled with random coins. Inside was an 1897 threepenny in better condition than anything seen in years. These discoveries prove one thing. The rarest treasures are often hiding in the most ordinary places. You could own $1 million penny and never know it. So here's your wake-up call. Check your old coins. Check your family's old tins, boxes, and storage trunks. Look through collections you inherited. Don't ignore anything from the 1800s. Don't assume a tiny copper coin is worthless, because history has already proven the opposite. One person found a coin that changed their life forever. The next one could be you. Part 2. For more information. Before we go further, take a moment and imagine this. A coin minted more than 130 years ago, handled by people who lived in an entirely different world. No electricity in most homes, no cars for ordinary people, no phones, no internet. Yet today, that same tiny copper threepenny can be worth more than the salary of an entire lifetime. That is the terrifying magic of old South African ZAR coins. They don't just carry value, they carry stories, secrets, and silent wealth waiting to explode in someone's hands. When you hold a 3-penny from 1892 to 1898, you're not just holding money. You're holding the fingerprints of miners who worked 14-hour days underground. You're holding the past of soldiers who marched through dust and danger. You're holding the life of a republic that fought, collapsed, and disappeared. These coins witnessed the rise of Johannesburg, the discovery of gold, the birth of the Boer War, and the fall of a nation. And every scratch, every dent, every faded detail is a mark of history that collectors now pay insane amounts of money for. The true shock comes from how few have survived untouched. If you found one of these coins today in near-perfect condition, sharp rims, clean fields, bright surfaces, you would be holding something far rarer than gold. Gold can be mined. Gold can be refined. But a century-old copper coin in untouched condition, that cannot be recreated. That is why collectors go mad for it. That's why top-grade coins explode in price. That's why some of these rare 3 pennies have crossed the $1 million mark. Now think about this. During the 1890s, billions of dollars in gold were mined in South Africa. But the tiny coins we're talking about now? They were minted in such small quantities that some years produced fewer than a few thousand survivors. That's nothing. That's microscopic. Some modern collectors describe these coins as ghosts, coins everyone knows existed, but almost no one has actually seen in high grade. And the minting process itself adds even more chaos. Back then, mints didn't have laser-guided precision or advanced quality control. Everything depended on human hands, hands that made mistakes, and those mistakes created the treasures of today. Imagine a die slightly rotated. Imagine a coin struck with too much pressure, causing part of the design to distort. Imagine a metal planchet that was slightly thinner or thicker than normal. All these tiny errors, unnoticed at the time, now turn into mega-value features that collectors hunt desperately. There's an old story about a farmer in the Free State who had a small cloth bag filled with coins he inherited from his great-grandfather. For decades, he kept the bag as a family memory, never thinking it was anything special. One day, he showed it to a coin dealer just out of curiosity. Inside that bag was an 1894 3-penny error coin, one of the rarest the dealer had ever seen. The farmer walked into that shop with a dusty bag. He walked out with enough money to send his kids to university debt-free. These stories repeat again and again. An elderly woman in Cape Town found an 1893 double-strike coin in a jar of old buttons. Another man discovered an 1898 off-center strike while sorting through junk he wanted to throw away. Someone else found an 1897 3-penny taped behind a family portrait, placed there by a relative who believed it was lucky. That lucky coin later sold for more than the price of the entire house. Here's where things get even more interesting. Many of these coins did not stay in South Africa. Soldiers took coins home as souvenirs. Families who left the country during political changes carried small bags of coins with them. Immigrants arrived with foreign currency mixed in their belongings. That means priceless South African 3 pennies might be sitting right now in Europe, Australia, America, Asia, forgotten inside old dressers and boxes. Collectors warn that the rarest coins often hide in places that haven't been touched for decades: old trunks in farmhouses, boxes in grandparents' cupboards, collections kept by late family members, random jars of coins in garages, even piles of junk in antique stores. One expert once said, "For every valuable coin found, 10 more are still hidden." And the scary part? He was talking specifically about ZAR copper coins. Let's talk about specific years again, but from a deeper angle. The 1892 3-penny is often called the sleeping giant of the series. Why? Because almost everyone focuses on the 1892 crown and shilling, the famous double shaft coins. But the small denominations from the same year, Many people forget them. That means collectors can still find hidden gems. And the 1892 three-penny with a strong strike, original luster, and sharp rim is one of the most undervalued treasures until someone discovers a perfect one. Then the price skyrockets into hundreds of thousands, sometimes over $1 million if the coin carries a unique error. The 1893 three-penny is known for its ghosting effect, where the Queen Victoria-style portrait shadow appears faintly behind Kruger's face due to thin planchets. Some collectors say this effect is unintentional beauty. And because so few coins from 1893 survived with strong details, the ones that did are treated like art pieces. Then there's 1894, which is almost a myth. The missing mint mark variety is so rare that some experts believe fewer than 15 survive in decent condition. If someone watching this video right now owns one, they're sitting on life-changing money without even knowing it. The 1895-1896 coins are loved by collectors who want pieces that survived the intense handling of mining communities. And error coins from these years, especially uneven thickness or misaligned dies, are almost priceless. The 1897 is the monster of the series. Some call it the phantom year because so few high-grade examples exist. Owning a clean 1897 cent is like owning a piece of the moon. Rare, mystical, and unbelievably valuable. And then the 1898 coins are loved for raw, chaotic beauty. Everyone seems to have a story. Every error from that year becomes a high-value masterpiece. And for many collectors, the 1898 issues are the last true heartbeat of the Tsar before war changed everything forever. All these coins have one shocking thing in common. You cannot find them in circulation anymore. You cannot walk into a shop and hope for change. You cannot ask a bank. The only remaining coins are locked away in private collections, museums, old homes, and forgotten containers. And every year the number of surviving coins gets smaller, lost, damaged, melted, thrown away. This shrinking supply is exactly why prices keep exploding. Collectors with deep pockets are fighting over what's left. Investors are buying rare coins like they buy gold bars. People who don't even collect coins are beginning to search for them because they've seen the headlines. South African penny sells for over 1 million. Rare Tsar coin breaks world record. Mint error discovered in shoebox sells for massive price. And the deepest truth is this: the next big discovery won't come from a museum. It won't come from a professional collector. It will come from an ordinary person, someone who finds a coin they never knew had value. It might be your family, it might be your home, it might even be you. If you ever come across an old copper coin from 1892 to 1898, don't ignore it, don't spend it. Don't clean it. Don't throw it away. Put it aside, protect it, and get it checked. Because that tiny coin might be the key to a new beginning. If you want more shocking coin discoveries, old treasure stories, and unbelievable rare finds, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. That support helps us keep bringing you the secrets that could change your life. Subscribe, like, and share now.